Hello, welcome back to the Difficult Lemon Difficult podcast, also known as the DDLD podcast. My name is Poch.
And my name is Gabe.
So welcome to our sixth episode. To our viewers listening, watching us, thank you for sticking with us. And yeah, we're just gonna head on to the show. Gabe, you want to say anything?
Yes, before we dive into our very interesting topics for today, our episode is up on YouTube and on Spotify. If you're watching us, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell. If you're listening to us, please like, rate, and follow us. And we're also on Instagram and we post weekly updates. We share bits of content, so follow us there as well.
Yes. Sorry, I was just looking at the mic, just making sure we're all good.
Yes, we are all good.
Yeah, so like what Gabe said, please follow us on our YouTube. And we've been thinking about expanding, going beyond the regular podcasting format. Like as in just making short form videos. Is that the right word?
We're thinking of making YouTube videos.
Yes.
That's what he means.
Yes.
Um,
So if you want us to do it, please comment no. Or just shout no wherever you are. Like, no! Or, if you want us to not do it, please say don't not do it in the comments. But yeah, we're thinking of doing that as well. Should be exciting times.
yeah, we have a few ideas, I think,
Yeah.
already. So watch this space.
Yes. So let's get to the show. Okay. So what happened this week, Gabe, in the world?
Oh,
What happened in
what
your
happened
corner?
in
What happened
my
in your
corner of the world?
And by that I mean just like things that interest her, not necessarily. I mean, we live in the same corner of the world.
So what's mine is yours in that sense. But for me this week, what stood out, and this is weird because, okay, Joey King. There. Let's just put that name out there. Generally, Joey King doesn't really stand out to me. Like, she's okay. I know she exists. She was in Ramona and Bezos. She was Bezos. And she was in the kissing booth. She was not the kissing booth, but she was the girl in the kissing booth.
I've never actually watched that movie.
Me too, but I know Jacob Elordi's in it, and that's a good movie.
Handsome man.
Anyway, Joey King got married.
Oh.
Um,
Oh wow.
if I think last week. And again, I didn't even know she was engaged. I didn't know anything. Really, the only reason I'm talking about this is because her wedding looked so nice.
Wait, actually, just to like input, I think we got into the Joey King topic because it was Gabe's first time to watch the Batman trilogy last week.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So we were watching it with the Batman trilogy, and when we got to the Dark Knight Rises, there were cutscenes where a little like spoiler alert if you haven't watched this 10-year-old movie.
If you're like me and you haven't watched it.
If you haven't watched this 10-year-old movie, there's a scene where Joey King, the actress who's playing Bane is climbing up the prison.
wall.
Yeah, the prison. And so Gabe's like, "Oh my god, is that Joey King?" And me not wanting to spoil the end of the movie to Gabe, I'm like, "Don't search it." And she's like, "Okay, whatever." And then fast forward to the end of the movie, she gets mind blown.
And
Bane
emotional.
and everything, like emotional. And then she ends up searching Joey King, and guess what? She got married.
Yeah,
last week.
it was almost right after we watched the movie.
Yeah, around the same. It's always almost the same time. It was
I know.
That night we watched the movie. The next day she was married.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, I was just thinking about Joey King. Anyway, I think she got married to a director, Stephen Piet.
What?
Piet? P-A?
Did he pee?
I don't know, and I feel so bad for mispronouncing the name.
I'm not.
But she got married, and it was in Mallorca. It's really nice. Like, I am not the type of person for destination weddings, just because it's like, you have to travel and you have to bring everyone
for
there.
us, like uncultured people, where is Mallorca?
It's in Spain. Okay, so it's in Spain.
Shout out to people in Spain.
Shout out to Spanish people. Or just people in Spain.
In general.
In
Yeah,
general.
in general.
Anyway, so it's really nice. If you haven't seen any of the pictures, I'm going to edit some now.
Okay.
Okay, so you've seen. They're so nice. They
You should
look like
see
they're
them right in front of
yeah.
us. Yeah.
Well, not now. I already removed it.
Oh, okay.
But they're really nice. And two lovely surprises. One, Logan Lerman was a guest at the wedding.
Oh, I
And
told you about that.
yeah,
I told you
Poch
about
told me, oh, Logan Lerman was there. And I was like, how did you know? And then Poch said
Oh, it's
something
on yeah, it
about
was on Instagram.
it was on somebody's Instagram. And I was like, whoa. And then I saw it. I saw the pictures with Logan Lerman in it. And I was so happy because I remembered that Logan Lerman exists. So I'm going to take a second just to pause. Now we all remember Logan Lerman exists. And I think it's such a nice reminder. Like, Logan Lerman, what a guy. Am I right?
What was the second thing?
Okay, sorry. The second thing, which I thought was also very cool, is I have 2023 for me has been the year of Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh, yes.
I think even late 2022, coming into 2023, but I'm currently still in my Sabrina Carpenter phase. And apparently, she and Joey King are best friends. So, Sabrina Carpenter sang her down the aisle, and I thought that was really nice.
Do you know what song it was?
No, there are no videos, which makes sense because it's a private wedding, but also, please tell me how it went. But Sabrina Carpenter wore a very nice light blue dress, which is not relevant, but I thought I should say. Anyway, that was really like the main topic of my week. I even spent 5 minutes talking about that wedding and Sabrina Carpenter during my weekly family call.
Wow.
So I know.
Now they're updated too.
Now they know. And now everyone knows.
So are all you all.
So are
So
all of you.
Are all of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, what about you, Poch? What was your week like?
Well, I think I was on the other side of that corner because somebody else had a big week last week or this week, I would say.
Okay.
On the flip side of Sabrina Carpenter, Olivia Rodrigo just dropped her new album, Guts.
Yes.
I think the first single that came out was Vampire.
Yes.
And Gabe and I were not fans. Like we were
Sorry.
not. Yeah, we were not. We were not feeling it. We were not feeling the song too much. I mean, not that it was bad. It was just okay. We did enjoy the second one together.
What's the title? Because I already forgot. Dang. Hold on. Bad idea,
Bad
right?
idea, right? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So that was that was one that we enjoyed, and so I think it kept us a little more optimistic about the album. And if you haven't listened to it yet, it's actually a very nice nostalgic album, I would say. Like it brings you back to the sound of 90s punk rock.
I was not a conscious human being in the 90s, nor do I have an older sibling who could have listened and influenced my taste early on into my life. So I have no comment on that, just because I don't know.
Well, for my end, I mean, I grew up with an older sibling, and she was a conscious human around the 90s. So there were a lot of 90s influences that I picked up on. I think the biggest one is Avril Lavigne. Like that's a very prominent sound. Like
Okay.
not saying that you could switch them out, just more of okay, it sounds very esque, like Avril Lavigne.
Avril-esque.
Yeah, but you know, Olivia Rodrigo has made it her own sound. At least she's added her teen angst to it and everything. So it's a very interesting album. I think my favorite track is the first one. All
Do you remember the
American
title?
Bitch.
Oh no, you said a bad word.
No, that's you can actually say that in national television.
Oh, it's a good thing we're not on TV.
But yes, that is the standout track for me. The rest of it is pretty good. Just to give context, the reason why I wanted to bring up the album was on the last podcast I used to do. I would rate albums with my friends. So it was just something I wanted to bring up as well. Just when new albums come out, we would review them, we would rate them. And I think I would give this album a 8.5 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, I'd say.
I mean, there are some parts, like there are some songs in the album, or like there's a part in the album that gets kind of like flat, but it picks up towards the end. And I would say it's a good follow-up to her first album. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people have enjoyed it. I'm not sure if you took time to listen to it more than once.
I think I listened to it 1.75 times.
What?
Almost 2. Like I didn't finish the second round. That's what I mean. Like 1 3/4. Anyway, my favorite so far is Get Him Back.
Oh yeah, you were singing that when we ran a
I
while
know.
ago.
Because it's so catchy.
Yeah,
So
but you only sang that one line while we were,
yeah.
which is fine. I
That
mean,
one line is so catchy.
it's okay. But for 2 miles of running, maybe learn the other lines.
Sorry.
No, I'm just joking. But speaking of running, Gabe, we're running again. Good.
Are we?
Yay us.
Are we running again?
Yes.
It's not really a habit if you've done it just once.
You know what? I'm owning it. We're gonna start running again. So for context, Gabe and I ran a half marathon earlier this year. The picture is in front of us. We're gonna put that there.
We're gonna put one picture in front.
We
of
ran a
us.
half marathon and we didn't do it in record time. Like, let's just make that clear.
No, but you know what? It was a record for us because it was our
Because it was our first half marathon. And
yeah.
we're the kind of people Gabe is a former student athlete.
Wow, that's so generous.
No, you were a former student athlete.
Yeah, we're talking about high school, you guys.
Yeah, okay.
That's the last
Gabe
time
was
I
a
was a
former
student
student athlete.
athlete.
I was not athletic at all. But we both did not have any experience like running in general. And so when we decided to do the run, it was a challenge for us, and it's a good thing we had a good coach, my brother-in-law. Shout out Mark. He was our running coach
Yeah.
/ partner because
/ motivator.
yeah, he'd be the one to like schedule our runs, tell us like how to recover, when to recover, like how to run better. And we did it. We went from couch to half marathon in 3 months.
Like 3.5 months.
Yeah, three months.
Oh, yeah, because we started late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after that, we just stopped running. And then we realized that it's September as of recording this. It had been 4 months since we actually last ran seriously.
5.
4.
The half marathon was in April.
Yep, May, June, July, August. It's just September, so it's not a full 5 months. But anyway, yes, so we want to run again, and I think it is an effect of like I don't know how can you
Recent
discoveries.
discoveries.
Yeah. So in Gabe, do you want to figure out? Do you want to
Okay.
tell everyone why you're like, you know what? Let's run again, Poch.
Yeah. So, let's just lay some context here. Poch already mentioned that I was a student athlete. Again, that's a very generous description. But from the age of 5 to whenever I graduated high school, and maybe like the first year of college, I was a very active kid. I was always doing sports. There was gymnastics. There was a bit of golf, and there was cheering.
Ooh.
Anyway, so all of that, mostly the gymnastics, honestly, really shaped the way that I viewed my body, and what health and fitness meant to me. And then now we're gonna fast forward. So that's just the context, okay? So in my head, I've always been a certain weight range.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm sorry.
I've always been a certain weight range, and it's just I know that that's my safety. Like even at my quote unquote heaviest, I know it falls in that specific range. Earlier this week, while I was babysitting Poch's niece, we were having a lot of fun, and she ended up having a mess on her hands. Like we played with lotion, and it was just too messy. So I brought her to the bathroom, and I said, "Okay, time to wash your hands." Washed her hands, having a great time. We're good friends. She turns around and she sees a weighing scale in Poch's bathroom. And then she goes on it. And, I'm entertaining her. I'm like, oh, what does it say? How much do you weigh? This niece is 2 years old, so she does not yet know what that means, really. So I just pretend to understand what she's trying to explain to me. Then lead her out of the bathroom, but she doesn't want to move because she then says, Tita Gabe, your turn. And I'm like, no, I'm like, no, I'm okay. I don't really want to look at my weight. I didn't really want to look at my weight because I knew it was gonna be bad and I didn't want to confirm it. When I say bad, I just mean I know that I'm heavier.
You're out of the range that you said.
I'm out of my range of comfort. So I just didn't want to confirm it. But also, I had to get this kid out of the bathroom, and she did not take no for an answer.
Yeah, she doesn't.
So I said, okay. So I go on the scale, and I look down, and I'm like, oh my God, I am 100 pounds heavier than this baby, which is also my heaviest weight so far. So it was really like a wake up call. Not to say that, I mean, again, it's really just a number. But for me, it was really like a wake up call of like, hey, when was the last time you actually worked out and like did something? And so that's why I told Watch we have to run again.
Yeah. And I think a big part of why we, I don't know, feel like more lethargic is like the food. Like we've been eating a lot. Like for some reason, I thought we would eat more in like winter time because holidays and everything, but we ate a lot this summer. Like it was just food on food on food.
I don't regret it though, honestly.
Oh yeah, me neither. I'm just saying it's like
I feel like because especially for me now that I'm basically living alone and I decide all the time what it is that I'm going to eat. Like I grew up, somebody else decided that for me. Like I eat whatever is on the table. Now it's like, well, what are you gonna put on the table, Gabe? So by default, the easiest thing to do is like order something, which I don't because I don't want to go down to pick up the food, which is a sign of laziness maybe. But it's the roles are reversed in that I now have to be the one to decide all of these things. And it's really up to me, like in terms of my health. Like, no one is going to force you to work out. No one is going to force you to attend your gymnastics classes. Or there's no teammate that relies on you for cheering. And no one's forcing you to eat what's on the table. You have to eat that. You have to decide all that for yourself. So it's very eye-opening. And while summer was great, I really liked all the food that we got to try.
Me too.
And all the midnight snacks and all that stuff. It's fall, and I'm afraid that my clothes from last year's fall will no longer fit me.
I'm saying yeah, right, for me as well.
Yeah.
Like because it's hard. I mean, we didn't have this problem back home where we would. I think in terms of just pants, you just wear underwear and pants. I hope, right?
Oh yes.
In the winter or when it gets cold, you wear thermals.
Yes.
And then you wear pants.
Yes.
So that adds like I think another 2 inches to your waistline.
No.
It gets tighter down there.
Yeah, but
Pause.
yeah, it does, but it's not like an extra inch. Anyway.
I guess I just got fat down here. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, you're trying to anticipate that. Okay, I have what do you call that? Like warmer like
tights.
Yeah, you have tights and then you wear pants. So it's really up to you how generous the space you want.
Yeah.
In terms of like the weight and not just weight, just I think just fat. Like I don't mind gaining weight from like water or muscle because that's what your body needs anyway. But just like excess fat, it's just like sometimes you feel like I can't fit my pants.
Can you do that again?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's 'cause it's the food. It's honestly the food here. In general, it's not even like who cooked the food. It's just the food.
I think more than anything, and people know this, like our friends, our family, when they visit the US, they already know that
I'm getting
I'm gonna
fat.
get big. Quote unquote, tataba ako. And it's because, honestly, for me, portions. The portions here are huge. And
Yeah.
It's overwhelming. I remember the very first time I had Panda Express here. I was like, oh, what do you mean I have to eat all that?
Did you kill a
It's
panda?
like, oh my God, that's so much rice.
Oh, they didn't kill any pandas for the rice.
Well, yeah. Nor for the walnut shrimp, but
Oh.
no
No, but I
pandas
get
were
it.
killed.
Like it's big.
It's
And
very
also,
generous.
I think we both visited here before we decided to move here.
Mm-hmm.
Different times in our lives. And whenever we went, it would be vacation.
Yes.
So our way of thinking and eating is like, oh, you know what? I'm on vacation. I'm gonna eat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat whatever I want. And then you move here, and it's like that for the first few months. And then you realize you gained 15 pounds. And you're like, wait,
You're not on vacation.
I'm not on vacation anymore.
This is your life.
And then you
Yeah.
mix eating like you're on vacation to having a normal routine. So, for example, when I got my job and then I would go out for lunch, I'd be, you know what? I'm gonna buy Five Guys. I'm gonna buy McDonald's. Oh no, not McDonald's. Something. What's like, um, something that
7th Street.
I'll eat burgers. I eat pizza, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, so your mind still thinks you're on vacation, but your body is like, hey, help.
Yeah, I feel the same. Which is weird because I've been here a year. We've both been
We've
here
both been here
a year,
and
but there's still a part of my brain that feels like I'm on a very long vacation.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I've gone to school. I
Yeah,
have
we've
experienced working.
We basically lived here already.
and still,
Yeah.
a part of me feels like, it's like a vacation.
Yeah.
Which is very weird. And one of the consequences is in my dietary habits. I don't know. I hope that with more time comes a more, I don't know, like I become more accustomed or I get used to the idea that, oh, well, Gabe, you're the one who's going to have to fix that yourself. Like you have to snap out of this vacation mode and really get into the living of it because if you want to fit into your pants or if you want to feel, you don't want to hurt your knees while running, for example.
Oh yeah, that was a big issue
Yeah,
for
you're gonna have
for
to
our
actually
half marathon.
Adjust and make better dietary choices.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
Yeah.
I think not really the problem. I think here versus back home is the food options are exponentially more.
Yes.
Okay, just for context, back home, fast food restaurants 6.
Okay, name.
McDonald's, Jollibee,
Chowking. Is that
Chow
fast
King,
food?
KFC, Burger King,
Wendy's.
barely.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, they have the counter.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's very limited. Here, it's like any mom and pop shop will probably serve better food than Burger King or McDonald's. And it's around the same price. Or, no, it's a little more expensive, but the servings are bigger and it tastes better. So you end up eating there more. And then you get fat. That's that's the story of eating here. I will say though, there's a difference of taste in the food.
Yeah.
Like I remember one of our friends, shout out Chino, was asking about like, oh hey, maybe you want to talk about like the difference of the fast food there and here. Number one, there is no rice here in any place that sells fried chicken.
Yeah, dude.
Except for Jollibee. Jollibee still serves rice as long as it's not the one in Times Square.
Oh, I've never
They
been
don't
to
serve
that
rice.
one.
But everywhere else, there is no rice. So Popeyes, no rice. KFC, no rice.
So what do you eat the chicken and gravy with? Like
Here?
a mashed potato?
Yeah, they'll give you a choice of sides. So biscuit,
I
mashed
see.
potato, coleslaw. They do rice and beans, but that's not, it's not the rice that you're used to.
Yeah, I get that.
Mac and cheese,
Ooh.
that's a go-to.
I think also the fast food here, at least the ones that we have in common, or sorry,
At least
the ones that the
are
US
available
and
back
the
home,
Philippines both have in common, there are taste differences. Like not just what they have. For example, KFC. If you are my close friend, you would know my favorite is the KFC Famous Bowl.
Oh yeah.
It's like if I want a snack, Fun Shots. If I want a meal but I don't want to have rice, Famous
Famous Bowl.
Bowl. I really love the Famous Bowl. And
You
the
had
one-
one. Yeah, the one famous bowl you had. Yeah.
I had one Famous Bowl here during our road trip. Do you remember?
Yes.
And I was not happy.
Yeah, I remember that. It kind of looked sad. It didn't even have corn.
Yeah, it was a bigger bowl in general.
Yes.
It had more chicken also. No corn, still had cheese, a lot of mashed potato. Had a lot of gravy also, but the gravy tastes different. The Fun Shots were not good, in my opinion. I feel like the Fun Shots, they don't even call it Fun Shots here, but then the Fun Shots here,
They call it like popcorn chicken, something
yeah,
like that.
it's smaller, and because it's smaller, it tastes like it's been burnt, or it's like it's too crispy versus a Fun Shot where it has crisp but also it's soft because it's big enough that there's enough meat. So Famous Bowls here are not the best, which makes me really sad. I was so excited to get that KFC Famous Bowl during our road trip because I wasn't able to, or it's the KFC in general is not that accessible to where we are. So when we did see it on the road trip, I was super happy, and then I was super disappointed. Sorry, just a quick mention. The Jollibee here has adobo rice.
What? Oh well.
Wait, I just wanted to mention it because it was a thought while you were speaking. And I just remembered, people don't know. They should know.
Yeah, adobo rice slaps.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
I think.
Nice.
Well, speaking of Jollibee, since we're already talking about it, I think I've eaten Jollibee more times here, in like frequently, more frequently than I've eaten back in the Philippines.
That's true.
It might be because I miss the Philippines or I miss Filipino food, or both. But I will say Jollibee still has the best fried chicken from
All the fast food. You think?
from like the chain fast food.
Okay.
Because I like Chicken Delight.
I have a favorite fried chicken from a chain, but it's not Chicken Joy, and they don't have.
Oh, is it
Here. If he gets it right, I'm gonna shake his hand.
It's the one that they have in Texas, right?
I don't know. Never been.
It's yellow
It has yellow, yes.
and black.
No.
Does it have a star in its name?
Like the word star?
Yeah.
No.
Oh. Sorry. That was a
Sorry, we just got a text.
no. We just got a letter.
We just got a message.
We're gonna leave that in there.
Yeah.
Um.
Do you want to give up? It's okay. I
Okay,
can
what
tell
is
you.
it?
It's church.
Church's chicken. I knew
Church's
it.
chicken is the best for me. It's just that there's really none near me. The only time I get to have it is when I visit family on the West Coast. Anyway, what was I gonna say about Jollibee? Oh, for me, the reason that I look for Jollibee is because it's just comforting. Like when I'm there, I know what I want, and I know it's gonna be good. You know what I mean? Like it's just easy.
Yeah.
I don't have to think.
They have some stuff in the Jollibee here that aren't available back home,
Yeah.
like the chicken.
Oh,
the
like
chicken
chicken
tenders,
tenders.
yeah.
Oh, that come with different dips.
Yeah, like they have
I don't know.
was it like Thousand Island dressing or something?
I think they have like like a spicy ranch or something.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty good. They don't have Jolly. Oh no, they do. They do have Jolly Hot Dog. Yeah, they have Jolly Hot Dog.
I didn't notice.
And they have Yum burgers.
And they have pineapple juice. And they have palabok.
Oh, you know what else I was gonna say about fast food here,
What?
or like in general, the ice cream machines never work.
I haven't
Like in
had
McDonald's.
enough. I haven't had enough McDonald's.
Yeah.
To,
I mean, not to say that they do work back home. It's just I feel like I've eaten a sundae in
Have I had
McDonald's more often.
McDonald's here?
Yeah.
When?
We had McDonald's when we came from the Jack Harlow concert.
Oh yeah.
We had
I had nuggets and the
we shared a
McFlurry.
16 piece McNugget.
Do you see what this country is doing to
A
us?
16-piece McNugget and a large McFlurry. Oh well, it was working that night.
Yeah.
The Sunday is the one that they don't have, but the McFlurry was yay big.
We couldn't finish it. Or I couldn't finish mine. I think we
Yeah.
had one each.
And they give you the spoon that you think it's a straw because
Yeah,
it's
'cause
hollow.
it has the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
It's not a
Jesus.
straw. Please don't suck on it, guys. That's what she said.
Pause.
Wait, no, huh? What? Why would she say that? Wait, what? Wait a minute. Anyway,
Anyway,
so what else can we talk about in terms of food? Because
I think.
I get a lot of questions about, oh, how's the food there? It's probably like good. And yes, it is. But there are a lot of food that I miss that we took for granted when we were back home.
Okay, examples.
Japanese food.
Yes, my first thought, uma.
Oh, my first thought, Coco Ichibanya.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yes. Okay,
If you miss those restaurants, do not move here. Do not.
I think
Do
this
not
is the
come.
thing. I think it's because yes, there are so many options here. There's so many options.
There are.
Like, you want Japanese food? Here are 5.
Yeah, but the
Within the
Japanese food
area.
are like all the same. So
Yeah.
it's like tempura, beef teriyaki. That's
Yeah.
it. And then the next Japanese restaurant, same thing. The next Japanese restaurant, same thing. They have sushi, which is, good. But then in terms of like other kind of Japanese food, kind of
Here's
lacking,
what I think.
lacking in
I
that
think
department.
in terms, and only based on my personal experience and what I think it is, I feel like here, there's a lot of quantity in terms of restaurants and places that serve different kinds of food. In the Philippines, I think it's quality. Like, there aren't a lot of good Japanese options, but the good ones are like top.
I think the way how it is we were spoiled in the Philippines because we lived in Manila
Yeah.
and that was really the only or the one of the places because I'm assuming in
Like big
Cebu and
metropolitan cities.
in big metropolitan cities the closest okay fine if there's gonna be anything that like the best of anything it's probably in Manila like
Yeah.
food wise so they're gonna like make sure it's there so for example like what Gabe said there's Umas there's Coco Ichibanyas there's Mendocoros
Yabu.
there's
I know
Yabus.
Yabu's not even the best,
Yeah,
but
this-
it's just good.
Yeah. There are none of I mean we are yet to find something that is on that level of good.
I think also because it's not for lack of or it's
No,
not
it's not that the food is bad. It's just more of like
No, and I was going to say it's not that we're in the wrong place. We live in the New York, New Jersey area. So if
you
it's
just
not
doxed us.
they know that.
Oh. Right.
Anyway, so if it's not in New Jersey, then it's in New York, and vice versa. I also feel like, and we talked about this before, food in the Philippines is a lot cheaper in general. So I feel like the good food that we're used to, well, I wouldn't say used to, but the good food that we frequent is, like for example, when we were still in Manila, we don't go to Uma every week because given our budget then, yeah, we could go, but that's not a smart financial decision. Here, the really good ones, I think, are really
Really expensive.
expensive. So,
like it's out of reach.
you should not do it.
To be fair, back home we were middle class.
Yeah, that's what I mean also. It's
Here we are
here we are surviving. Yes. Some better than others. But
not to say
Yeah.
that the food here sucks. I mean, we found places where we're like, "Oh my god,
Name a good restaurant.
Fedorov's.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say Domo Domo.
Oh yeah, Domo Domo. Well, ironically, that is a Japanese
I know,
restaurant.
that's what I meant.
But
That's what I was thinking.
it's very good. Like their sushi is very good. But like what we said, it is pricey.
It is pricey.
I would not eat there every week, only if I could afford it, which I will probably never.
Yeah.
Well, not
Well,
grab.
no.
Yun naman, I
Grabe
mean,
naman. Well,
hey, I'm not. I don't want to sell myself short, but I mean, I hope to be able. I hope to make enough to eat in that kind of restaurant. But
yes.
um, what, yeah. I mean, the portions are also big. I think that American portions are notorious.
Yeah, they are.
I think somebody was saying the small here is an extra large back home, or anywhere else in the world.
No, I wouldn't say extra large.
Sorry, a small here would be a medium somewhere else.
I feel like I have never left a restaurant or finished a meal and felt like
You
I
still
was
had some space,
hungry. I was still hungry.
which is good. Which is good.
Which is good. But for example, when I eat out with my family in the Philippines, it's like, okay, I'm still hungry. Like we didn't
That-
order. Like it's like,
I could
oh,
use some.
I don't think we ordered
dessert,
enough.
Yeah.
We didn't order enough ulam. Versus here, it's like, oh man, how did we forget that the servings are this big?
Oh my god! I just remembered something. So when we first moved here, and we would go out, I had just started with my job, and I didn't get paid yet. I was only a month in,
Okay.
and so Gabe and I would go out, and I'd be like, dang, I can't afford this. I can't afford to pay for two, like full meals. So we were like, okay, you know what? We're gonna just buy one entree, and we're gonna split it anywhere we go. Okay, that lasted for like
1 week,
1
which
week.
means one date.
Yeah, and I remember the date, and it was a Japanese restaurant that was near your apartment. Remember?
Oh, I know what
We-
you mean. We had sushi
We shared one
One
we shared one
sushi.
sushi roll
and
and one
was there like ramen?
we shared a ramen. And then I think we both finished it, and we're like, yeah, that was good. That was a great idea. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then we had ice.
and then
or something.
and then we never split again.
I remember.
I mean, because eventually I got paid, so I was like, okay, I can afford this now. But then it was also, I'm hungry. I don't want to eat the same food
Yeah, I get that. I think
because
that is-
I know we wanted to save money because I mean, food is in generally cheaper here in terms of
in terms of share of wallet.
share of
like
wallet
the percentage
or the
of your
ratio of
paycheck.
food to food's expenditure and your salary. It's a good ratio, like you know what I
yes,
mean.
yes.
But yeah, when you eat out, it has to what when,
Just keep going.
when you eat outside, things get more expensive because of tipping,
Yeah,
and it's I mean
that's a whole other thing.
That's a whole
like
other thing,
tipping
yeah.
culture.
which deters us from eating out.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a whole other thing. I don't want to get into tipping, but yeah, it that's why it gets expensive,
Mhm.
and then you're like, okay, let's just eat in somewhere cheaper, and cheaper usually means fast food or fast casual,
Yeah.
and there are a lot more fast casual options here. So I think the definition of fast casual is it's not made to order, but it's also not pre-made.
Mm.
So because I would assume made to order is they're gonna have to thaw the ingredients and make it, versus fast food where it's, oh, there's a bunch of cheeseburgers here. If somebody orders it, just get it from that pile, right? That's not how a fast casual restaurant would be. Shake Shack. That's not
I
how
don't
Shake Shack
know.
works. But fast casual is my best friend in terms of food because quality is good and it's cheaper
Mm.
than restaurant food.
Interesting.
Oh, another place that we very much enjoyed, Alandico.
What's that? Oh, the sandwich place.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
My family tried it. They liked it too.
So it's not that there are not there aren't good restaurants here. It's more of the taste wise. Sometimes we want something that we're familiar with
Mm-hmm.
and we can't find it, which is frustrating. But there are very good options here. And because there are so many good options here, we end up eating a lot, which brings us back to the topic of we're gonna run again.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Poch is doing his whole workout thing and
Yeah.
meal prepping,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just watching what I eat, honestly. Like, just being more mindful,
That's good for you.
not overeating, going on walks if I can, where it's safe to walk, and when, rain and darkness in general.
Yeah.
General watch outs. I think another interesting topic, but we don't have to talk about it now, is maybe how has your body image maybe changed, if it has, or if anything, like, has any of this made an impact to, like, how you view your body? Because inevitably consumption changes and all those environmental things. So
I guess because of my lack of social life or social life outside of my family, I don't spend a lot. I don't go out to drink. I mean, I never drank back home. I didn't. That's not something I did. And
I have pictures to prove otherwise, but I will
I
not
never.
share it for
I'm
Poch's
not a
sake.
drinker. I'm not a. I was more of a foodie. I like to eat different things. Yeah, and then now mostly when it's us going out, that's the only time we really spend a lot. So I think consumption has lessened, but because of prices, it's still up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I don't know.
I think between the two of us, I like to not eat out as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm okay if we don't eat out.
Yeah, for me, I like eating in restaurants. I like getting food from outside just because
Convenience or
now that I'm by myself, it's more of a it takes 30 minutes to cook this thing, and then I'm going to eat it for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to
Whoa.
spend another 15.
slow down, buddy.
Okay, 10 minutes. No, seriously, like if I'm not talking to anyone, I'm just eating, and then it's going to take me 15 minutes to clean everything up.
I get it.
It's like so much work, but a part of it's also nice. I like that I am able to practice being myself and, like, just doing things for myself. It's good to experiment with food without
Oh yeah, like cooking different kinds of
like
food.
without anyone else trying it, because then if I mess up, it's
No one
only
can judge you.
and it's only me who has to deal with the consequences, like, oh, I'm gonna have to eat this anyway. So yeah.
I mean, I just want to like round back to what we said about weight gain and everything. I mean, it's not that not that I'm punishing myself for eating a lot of food. That's why we're running. I think it's just more of like being more conscious about, like how our habit in doing this has affected our health. So we're
Yeah.
just trying to balance it out. Not to
Yeah.
say like we're not trying to cut out. We're not gonna eat out ever again, or like we're just gonna
Please,
keep running.
I hope not.
Or we're just gonna keep running until
Yeah.
I lose,
also
like
hope
we
not.
both lose however much weight. It's just more of I want to be able to enjoy this and also fit in my winter clothes.
Yeah, for me also, it's really more of a
It's also an economic decision,
Yes.
trying to fit the clothes. In the subway, trying not to take up too much space in the chair.
yeah. Honestly, like I thought about this. I was like, okay, so I bought fall clothes last year because it's the first time I ever had fall.
Mhm.
And then now I may or may not comfortably fit in these fall clothes. And now I'm like, do I have to buy again? And then what's it gonna be next year?
At least you, it's like fall clothes. I can't even fit my summer clothes. I wore I wore this shirt the other
Mhm.
day, and my grandma goes up to me and like dead reaction. She goes, "Never wear that shirt again." And it was kind of because the buttons were not. I mean, they closed. It's just
They look like they were struggling to
the
stay
button was kind
together.
of like Chris Evans in Captain America holding
Nice.
he was holding the helicopter. Yeah, that's what my buttons looked like. Yeah, and my grandma said, "Never wear that shirt again." And so I changed my shirt, and I was like, "Damn, I don't have any more clothes." So now in because of my food habits, because of my lack of exercise or at least lack of running. Now it's eating into my clothes because now I need to buy new clothes, which is now affecting my budgeting and spending. So it's not really more of just, I think, body image also, but it affects so many things. Like like what you said, you want to be able to fit in clothes that you bought just last year. I mean, I just bought these clothes. I mean, I bought these clothes years ago. Obviously, they don't fit anymore. But then now I have to spend more. So
Yeah.
I think that's another motivation for me to, hey, watch what you're eating, and why don't you run also? So yeah.
I have a lot of thoughts, but it's hard to put them into words. So I'm gonna dance. No, I'm just kidding.
Watch our bonus clips for Gabe dancing.
Her feelings and thoughts.
Pay us $10,000 on Patreon to watch her dance. Wait,
No.
that's not what I meant. Unless that's what you want.
I don't care if that's what you want. You're still not gonna get it.
You're not gonna get it.
Anyway, what I wanted to add, I guess, was just I feel the same. It's really, I think more than this whole like gaining weight thing. Honestly, like I'm past the whole, oh no, I gained X amount of pounds. I'm fat. It's not that. It's like, no, it's more of a, oh, like, oh, I didn't expect that. Oh, I should probably, like, oh, have I not been moving around as much? It's more of like a, oh, where have I been slacking? Like, what have I been eating? And it's not to say that I'm afraid to like gain weight. I feel like that's normal, and historically I have fluctuated in weight several times. It's more of just really like an eye-opening thing where it's like, um, I feel like I've been putting it off for so long, like looking at my weight, because like secretly I knew I was like, oh, I've been eating and not moving around as much as I want to. So it was just confirmation of that, and if anything, it's really just help. It helped me put into perspective, like, okay, this doesn't really mean anything. Like, generally, I'm still healthy in terms of
Yeah.
what, like if a doctor were to read me, he'd be like, you're still good. I think I'm still in that level. I don't feel anything. In terms of like what my body can do in terms of like physical activity, yeah, I wish I was better at it still. Like, I wish I could do this. I wish I could do that. So there are still some things I want to work towards. And sometimes that means I have to lose a little bit of weight just to make it easier for me. For example, running or like doing a pull up, things like that. So again, for me, I'm really past this whole notion of like, oh, this number. Because honestly, I used to be like that. And it was not good because it makes for very unhealthy eating habits, I think. At least in my experience. So for me, my whole thing now is more on being happy and proud about the things that my body can do. And if I need to lose weight to make that easier for me, then I'll do it. But it's
Yeah,
for
same.
that reason, not because I am letting this number dictate how I feel about myself.
Same. I mean,
Yeah.
like we mentioned, we want to start running again. And last year when we ran, I think for me, my knees hurt because I was pretty heavy. I mean, I'm still the same weight, so I am still pretty heavy. And in order to do more or like to run longer distance or faster, I would need to lose weight. So it's not. I mean, it's so many factors. It's I want to lose weight so I can run. I want to lose weight so I can fit in my clothes. I don't mind looking better too. I mean, that's a great what do you call this, benefit of
Mm-hmm.
what's happening. But it's mostly born it's not really from one big, like, you need to lose weight because of this, which is good because it's a good thing we don't have any health concerns yet. It's just more of, if you want things to be easier in other aspects of your life, you're gonna have to figure this out. And what's good about the two of us, it's not like you told me to lose weight or I told you to lose weight. It's just more we both had the conscious effort. We're like, you know what, let's do this so that it's easier for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we can do this together. Like, it's not, I didn't feel like you wanted me to lose weight or like you were pointing me towards it. And I hope I didn't make you feel that way.
I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, I never
I
said
wanted
anything.
to make a dramatic pause.
If anything, I think it was just Miles who was more like, weigh yourself.
Yeah. I was like, whoa.
Tita Gabe, weigh yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, it definitely did not come from you. It was and I hope it didn't come from me also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was more,
really just-
we reached the same realization at the same time.
We're like, whoa,
Like,
okay.
whoa, you know what?
Yeah.
And we want to run the half marathon again.
I'm not going to say it yet. Just
Hopefully
because
faster. You know what? I'm booking it. We're running a marathon. Not next year, just in general. We're going to run one. Right? Right, Gabe? We're going to run a marathon. Tell the camera. Come on. Come on. Please. Don't leave me hanging. Please.
Poch
Look at the camera. Look at the
Poch is
camera.
going to run a marathon.
No. We're going to run. I'm telling this camera. And Gabe's telling that camera. And I'm telling this one. We're running a marathon at least once in our life. Come on, we got this. Fist me. Wait.
I was actually going to ask, is there a time in a year where we're both the same age?
When is your birthday? That's 3 months.
Wouldn't it be cool if we ran a marathon when we're both 26?
I cannot run a marathon in the next 3 months.
That's not when it is. It's
Oh, okay.
next year.
The New York Marathon next year would be around the same time.
Really?
But I don't know if we can qualify.
Never mind.
Let's qualify 2025.
Oh, we're not 26.
27.
I'll be 26. Oh, wait. I don't know. I don't know when it is. I just thought it would be cute.
Oh, because it's 26 miles.
Yeah. Or we wait until it's our age in kilometers.
No. That's going to be
like
harder.
40 something. Tama ba?
You know what? My dream is to be like a triathlete 40-year-old.
Oh, that's not my
You know
goal.
why? Because you're rich enough to be like, I don't have to work today. I gotta train.
No.
Like I gotta swim. I gotta bike. I gotta buy like a super light bike, which is super expensive.
No.
So
that's not what I want from my life.
for now,
No, I'm sure.
come on, you gotta triathlete with me.
No.
I mean, we can't be in the same division, but
No. That's not who I am.
okay. Well, I'm gonna let's end it there.
Yeah, you learned more about us.
You learn more about food here.
So now you know if you want to come visit.
If you come visit here, yes, eat whatever food you want. In fact, Gabe and I will bring you out to eat.
Yeah, but we need to know who you are. So if you're a stranger watching this.
Sorry, Dea, we didn't get to bring you out.
We did.
Where did we bring him to eat?
Oh, to eat. Oh, Farinella.
Well, okay, yeah. Sorry, Dea, you didn't get to eat the nice food. Uh-huh. Anyway.
There are a few jokes in that, but
also,
just
yeah,
message
so
him.
before we end, I wanted to give a shout out to my
Oh,
friends
yeah.
who asked me. So I'd like to shout out to Joshua Aguilar, Jerome Lee, and Matthew Almeida. Thank you for your support. I hope to see you when we visit or when I visit back home soon. Anyway, yeah, that's all. Any other last words?
Yes. Nobody asked me for shout outs, but I'm gonna leave this in for my sister.
Oh,
Joey,
yeah.
if you hear this, let me know. This one's for you. Actually, this is
What?
not for you.
It sounded like you're about
Yeah,
to sing.
I was about to say.
Joey,
I
this
was
one's
like,
for you.
This is not for you, but I want you to message me if you heard this. It's a test. So if you don't message me, you will fail the test. Anyway, I think we can end it at that.
All right.
Again, thank you so much for listening and or watching. Again, if you're on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell. And if you're on Spotify, like, follow, and rate us 5 stars. You can also find us on Instagram. And just a reminder, we are thinking about expanding to doing
Yes.
more than just podcasts.
Please give us ideas of, what if Poch and Gabe did blank? We are ready to roll.
Yes, and just go back to the start of the episode for Poch's confusing instructions about what to say if you support us or not.
Yes. So, once again,
remember.
I am Poch.
And I am Gabe.
And this was the Difficult, Lemon Difficult podcast. We will be seeing you next time.
Bye.
Bye.